उम्मीद करते हैं. Right, and at the moment with us, our very old friend, a man that we all admire, a man who's been fighting tirelessly for the lowest of the low, for the people who are affected really and truly by all the environmental damage that has been inflicted by huge infrastructure projects, by the pusillanimity of the JNPT, of SIDCO and other people, our old friend Mr. Nandakumar Pawar. Nandakumar Pawar Sahab, Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. How are you, sir? How are you?
Yes, sir.
Great pleasure.
Energetic, very good as usual.
Great pleasure having you, sir, on the show.
You're busy for quite some days, Nandakumarji.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Extremely busy.
Extremely busy doing what, sir? Would you like to share with us? What were you busy?
Yeah, definitely. Basically, the fight for the community has been intensified from last many months, actually. So I have shared some videos with you. One of the video which tell you the story, which I shared last week on the FB. The authority, the local revenue officials are suddenly approach Hanan Koliada and forcefully they want to take measurement of the houses at Hanan Koliada.
Ji.
The matter of fact is the Hanan Koliada is supposed to be the displaced village by JNPT way back in 1984.
Yes, you told us.
From last 38 years, there is no resettlement, rehabilitation has taken place despite the order from various concerned authorities, court orders. And we stopped that. We stopped that nonsense because we don't have any legal entity. There is no any record of the Hanan Koliada with the revenue department. Okay, there is no legal existence. How election can be held? We don't want election to be held at all. And for that, we keep writing various to the various authorities. But eventually, we have end up going to the Bombay High Court. And Bombay High Court thankfully admitted our claim and asked the Central Election Commissioner to look into this matter. Because since there is no legal entity of the village, there is no any legal document has been provided so far. How election can be held for unauthorized village? So that is our main cry actually, and this is a video how the police force are being used by the authority, the Tehsildar Uran, and forcefully they want to take measurement of the houses made by the Sarpanch of that village, the Paramananda Koli. And all villagers gathered and protest against that violation and act by the police department and revenue department.
Nandakumar, yeah.
Please go ahead, sir.
So some people actually, the lady from that house tried to commit suicide by using diesel. Okay, so police stopped them. And they thought this is going to be a very serious issue, and then they retreated. And this is not acceptable. Actually, let me tell you something that today itself, some people have trapped in the tunnel, and after 17 days they have been released.
Yes.
Here the case is the JNPT port. The solely responsibility belongs to JNPT port and the authority supporting that. And our PM is very sensitive about the issue of the local community. And what is our crime? We are asking PM of our country, Sri Narendra Modi ji, we have been displaced from last 38 years. What is our crime that we have sacrificed our entire village for the national development, for the development of the state? Is this our crime? And why we are forced to go to court always? And unless you go to the court, there won't be any change, that for sure.
That's right. So effectively for 39 years you've been fighting.
Yeah.
39 years, Pradeep ji.
Bilkul.
From 1984 till today, for 39 years. Unheard of. सर वो जो मार्च में वो कुछ 30 के करीब लोगों को जो अरेस्ट किया गया था उरन बाईपास के केस में, and some of them were actually charged with what anti-national activities.
Yes,
I'm
that
shocked.
was charged by section 353, that is applied for the anti-national activity and beating police officials and the government officials and that kind of offense.
Yes.
And that section particularly applied for the terrorists who indulge into
Yes.
anti-social element, anti-national element activities. But we are the simple fishermen. We are just asking the authority. The Uran bypass road supposed to be going through the mangrove area, the spawning and breeding area of the fish. We are just asking them, what about our livelihood? Is there any provision for that? So the CIDCO, they use police force and they're doing jabardasti. They arrested people, 30 people have been arrested and kept into the jail for 12 days. Out of 30 fishermen, there are 10 were women. They kept in Adarwadi jail.
Yes. Are they out now, sir?
Yeah.
Did they get
They are
bail?
out.
Yes.
They are.
I think we just got disconnected. I think he got a call.
No, this is pitiable, sir. I mean, what is the government doing? I mean, you got the agencies out there functioning, you create the JNPT already, you've displaced these villagers, the fishermen, and the fishermen are still not rehabilitated. And now they are there in Hanan Koliada, and there you reach to come and measure the houses. They measure the houses to issue notices. Now we need to understand why they want to measure these houses here. You know, Pawar Sahab, Nanda Kumar Pawar ji, you're saying 1984 से displaced है, JNPT construct कर दिया है, displayed villages declared किया, अभी हनुमान कोलीवाड़ा में रहते हैं, हनुमान कोलीवाड़ा में क्या सर्वे करने आए हैं, measurement लेके notice देने आए हैं कि illegal आपने यहाँ पर रह रहे, for what was the measurement going on for?
Purpose.
हाँ, तो इशू ये है सर कि हनुमान कोलीवाड़ा जो कि उनका कोई लीगल तौर पे कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं है रिवेन्यू के पास या कोई भी गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी के पास कि ये विलेज है करके, ये ग्राम पंचायत है करके। तो हमारा आक्षेप यही है कि आप गांव को लीगली रिहेबिलिटेट करो। तो 256 फैमिली उनको 7/12 दे दो, तो असेसमेंट लगाओ
जी
घरों को, तो लीगल बन जाएगा। लेकिन विदाउट एनी लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट, विदाउट एनी असेसमेंट, विदाउट 712 extract in the name of the affected family, how we can allow the legal procedure to be undertaken? How election can be allowed to be held when there is no entity of the village itself? ये गाँव पूरा इसमें है।
Nanda Kumar sir, what election is going on there? What election?
This is supposed to be gram panchayat election.
As a gram panchayat election, okay.
Yes.
तो ये आपने वो बायोमेट्रिक सर्वे के लिए अप्लाई किया था नंद, व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड इज सरकार के अभी सिस्टम है कि यहाँ पर भी बायोमेट्रिक सर्वे होता है, तो वो एक ऑन द रिकॉर्ड लेके आ सकते हैं कि विच पीपल आर स्टेइंग देयर, द एरिया ऑफ द हाउसेस। नाउ ऑल दीस पीपल आर स्टेइंग इन हनुमान कोलीवाड़ा, totally displaced from the original Uran area, and they have rehabilitated, खुद ही कर लिए rehabilitate यहाँ पर नंद कुमार जी, खुद ही अपने घर बना दिया, सब कुछ खुद ही कर लिए, सरकार की तरफ से कुछ मिला कि नहीं उनको?
सर क्या है कि it was ensured that 17 hectares of land will be provided to these affected families, to 56 families. The 17 hectares are legitimately bought by the JNPT, okay, but they have incurred only 68 lakhs rupees to landfill and other formalities they have completed within 68 lakh rupees. Essentially, it was almost 1 crore and 25 lakhs supposed to be spent to make entire plot of 17 hectares. But they, कहीं पे उनको लगा कि this is their reckless spending by the JNPA, तो खाली उन्होंने 2 हेक्टेयर के बारे में ये सब रिक्लेम करके इनको हैंडओवर कर दिया कि आप लोग यहाँ पे रह जाओ। तो अभी परिस्थिति ये है कि 17 हेक्टेयर में से 15 हेक्टेयर पे मैंग्रोव आ गए। एंटायर इन एंड अराउंड द एंटायर एरिया इज स्टैंडर्ड इन्फ्लुएंशियल एरिया, and tidal water keeps coming in that area. तो कुछ नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से पूरा एरिया मैंग्रोव से भर गया. ओके, तो मैंग्रोव से भरने के बाद एरिया ऑटोमेटिकली हैज टू बी हैंडेड ओवर टू द स्टेट फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट, मैंग्रोव सेल.
Yes.
And the 15 hectares out of 17 hectares has been handed over to the forest department. So the Hanan Koliada has only boxed into 91 guntas of the land, which they should be getting minimum 17 hectares as per the government norm. तो हम ये चाहते हैं कि कोई लीगल इसका अस्तित्व नहीं है, तो आप लीगल फॉर्मेलिटी यहाँ पे कैसे थोप सकते हो, इलेक्शन कैसे थोप सकते हो, आप जो मेजरमेंट लेने आते हो, सर्वे करने आते हो, किस बिला पे करते हो, क्योंकि हमारे कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है कागजी तौर पर. हाउ वी कैन अलाउ दैट? तो हम ये उनको विरोध करते रहते हैं कि आप हमको रीसेटल करो लीगल तरीके से, गवर्नमेंट नॉर्म्स के तरह से, लेकिन ये कुछ होता नहीं, खाली दे आर बाइंग टाइम. ओके,
तो जो आपका घर, जो गरीब लोग का घर तोड़ दिया है नंद कुमार साहब, जो जेएनपीटी में उनका जो भी घर था, सेमी परमानेंट घर था, उसको आपने तोड़कर जब ना जो 91 गुंटा में सबको समा दिया, 256 फैमिलीज, तो वहां पर सरकार के तरफ से कुछ प्लानिंग के हिसाब से किया है कि ऐसे ठोक दिया कि जाओ ये हनुमान कोलीवाड़ा आपको रहना है वहां पर और आप ही खुद ही कर लो हर चीज, यानी लोगों को खुद ही करना पड़ा सब कुछ? क्या सरकार ने कुछ इनिशिएटिव लेके हाउसिंग जो सिस्टम है, सिस्टम के हिसाब से कुछ बना के दिया उनको?
सर क्या है कि गांव जब खाली किया 84 को, तो ये प्रॉमिस किया था कि 17 हेक्टर्स आपको जगह दी जाएगी, लेकिन जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि 17 हेक्टर्स जगह खरीद ली गई, लेकिन वो जगह सब बनाने के लिए, क्योंकि ये लो लैंड एरिया था, वेटलैंड था, मैंग्रोव का एरिया था, टाइडल इन्फ्लुएंस एरिया था, तो उसके ऊपर लैंडफिल करना जरूरी था. उस खर्चे के लिए कम से कम 1.25 करोड़ रुपया खर्चा आने वाला था, लेकिन जेएनपीटी ने, उनको ऐसा लगा कि इतना खर्चा क्यों करे, तो खाली 2 हेक्टर का रिक्लेम करके उन्होंने इन लोगों को वापस शिफ्ट कर दिया. और मतलब किसी को 2 गुंटा, किसी को 1 गुंटा. आप देखोगे, आप कभी, मैं आपको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप कभी गांव में आइए, एक 10 बाय 10 के रूम में 3 फैमिली रहती है, 3 परिवार रहते अपने बच्चों के साथ. आप जस्ट इमेजिन कीजिए, 10 बाय 10 का रूम, 100 स्क्वायर फीट के रूम में 3 फैमिलीज रहती है. ऐसे कई घर आपको मिलेंगे हनुमान कोलीवाड़े में. तो हम पूछते हैं सरकार को, मोदी जी से, कि हमारा क्राइम क्या है कि हमने देश के लिए अपनी जगह कुर्बान कर दी, हमारा फिशिंग एरिया कुर्बान कर दिया, और हम पे कोई ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है. आज 38 ईयर्स हो गए. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ह्यूमन राइट्स, ये क्या हो रहा है सब?
तो वहां पर लाइट का भी समस्या होगा, पानी का समस्या होगा, सब प्रॉब्लम्स होगा पवार साहब.
हाँ सर, बेसिक फैसिलिटी तो है, लाइट है, पानी है, लेकिन बाकी आप देखोगे कि जो बेसिक डेवलपमेंट होनी चाहिए थी गांव में, अच्छे रास्ते, अच्छी सुविधाएं, वो प्रॉपर नहीं है. मतलब ऐसा है कि ग्राम पंचायत का अस्तित्व लीगल नहीं है, तो वहां पे कोई फंडिंग भी नहीं करता है, because there is no income for the gram panchayat to generate from any source, since there is no legal entity.
तो ये रिलीफ एंड रिहैबिलिटेशन के लिए आपको कोर्ट जाना पड़ा, आपने प्ली किया डाला है कि रिलीफ एंड रिहैबिलिटेशन में कुछ हुआ नहीं है, एंड 17 एकर्स यू आर लीगली एंटाइटल्ड. नंद कुमार जी, 17 हेक्टर्स ऑफ लैंड, और 17 हेक्टर्स में आपको 2 हेक्टर भी नहीं मिला, आपका कहना है, बाकी पूरा मैंग्रोव्स के एरिया है.
एक्चुअली दे हैव गॉट लेस देन 1 हेक्टर.
यस.
हाँ, अभी 91 गुंटा में भी बाकी जो जगह,
सर 91 गुंठा,
रोड भी,
सर 91 गुंठा तो 1 हेक्टेयर हो गया ना.
2 हेक्टर सर, 40 गुंटा.
सर 91 गुंठाs would
No,
be about
exactly 1 hectare. Yes.
Sir, it is 99,000 square feet.
Yes.
So that is less than 1 hectare. It is exactly 1 hectare.
Less than 1 hectare.
Yes.
2 hectares, other roads and other amenities.
पूरा super area include करके 2 हेक्टेयर होगा.
Yes.
और बाकी 17 हेक्टेयर का क्या, वो मिलना है कि नहीं मिलना, क्या करने वाले हैं?
मैनग्रोव्स एरिया बोल रहे हैं.
नहीं, वो तो वापस दे दिया ना
सर. इसके लिए
सर वो तो वापस दे दिया. अभी the only solution is, let's be very clear, the only solution is that these people have to be rehabilitated properly in an area where their livelihood is also preserved, which means they have to be near a fishing area. You cannot just pick them up and throw them anywhere on a salt pan land or somewhere else. Let's be very clear. You have destroyed the fishing area, that is, you have destroyed the livelihood of these people because of all the silting which has taken place, because of the work being done by SIDCO and prior to that by JNPT, earlier Navasheva. What has happened is that all the spawning areas for the fish and everything else is dead. These are dead zones. So, isn't there a law against it, Mr. Nandakumar Pawar, from whatever I know, where you have deprived so many people of their right to a livelihood? Nandakumar Pawar sir.
Exactly, you are rightly pointed out, sir. Our main pair actually. See, nowhere else in the world you will see the port which has been set up in the mouth of the creek. Okay.
Yes.
It has been set up in the mouth of the creek at Navasheva Creek, which is sub-creek of Thane Creek.
Yes.
And that is the main cause of concern for all disaster for the community and the ecology as a whole. Because whatever you have mentioned, the sediment, because a huge amount of sediments are being generated in the process when JNPT keeps on reclaiming, widening, deepening the channel to make channel proper depth of the water,
yes,
so that the big ship can anchor into the port area. And entire spawning and breeding area has been lost completely. If you see the area just 10 kilometers away from that port itself, the entire area has been silted badly. There is no water. And let me tell you that almost 13 hectares of mangrove, which is inundated mangroves on the fishing area, has to be handed over to the state forest department, mangrove cell, by JNPT. They have no option left because the port has damaged all ecology. The landscape has completely changed.
And the other thing also is, I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, from whatever I know, in that entire Uran area and near Hanan Koliada, there used to be these small little plots where the fisher folk used to grow some crops or the other for their own use. Isn't that correct?
Correct, correct.
That was a long time ago. Now,
yes.
because of the flooding by seawater and deposition of salt, nothing grows over there anymore. Isn't that correct?
Correct, absolutely correct. There are hectares and hectares of paddies, rice paddies,
yes,
has been contaminated because of the ingress of tidal water.
That's right.
Okay, because you landfill somewhere in the lowland area, the water has to disperse to the another lowland area.
Gee.
That is happening. And many farmers from Chanje, Karanja and other parts of the Uran and Panvel Taluka has abandoned their farming completely because of the inundation of tidal water.
तो प्रदीप जी, कहने का मतलब ये हुआ कि जहाँ पे धान की खेती होती थी, धान कहते हैं ना उसको, चावल, तो पूरे धान की खेती जो है वो पूरी खत्म हो गई है, क्योंकि वहां पे पूरा नमक आ गया साहब। क्या उगेगा वहां पे सर? नमक बोओगे तो क्या मिलेगा आपको? मतलब ये इतनी अकल नहीं है इन लोगों को। What are they doing? So not only have fisher folk been affected, all the farmers have also been affected, right? Nandakumar Pawar,
right. Bilkul right.
So what are we doing? This is criminal. Who's been punished? Who has been punished for this? नंदकुमार पवार साहब, कोई एक्शन लिया गया इसमें अभी तक?
अभी सर बात यह है कि हर एक कोई अपने हिस्से के बारे में बोलता है, अपने तक सीमित बात करता है। अभी मैंने आपको कई फोटो शेयर किए एमपीसीबी
जी।
The public hearing was supposed to be conducted on 1st of December.
जी।
The JNPT again proposed some reclamation, okay, for upgradation or the strengthening of the jetty, 15 meters landward side. We oppose that. We had meeting with MPCB yesterday with Raigad Bhavan, and we strongly oppose that. We don't want any public hearing, okay, which is scheduled on 1st of December. Before rehabilitation, no project will be allowed on our fishing area. And thankfully, the impact is seen today itself. The collector Raigad has called us today, and thankfully he cancelled the public hearing proposed on 1st December. Since it's a central project, and the government of Maharashtra keeps on saying since it's a central project and there should be clearance must be obtained from the central to rehabilitate the people affected. So this is not done. So we are saying that unless you get clearance from the center, we won't allow any legal procedure of public hearing to be conducted. We strongly oppose that.
What about the relief and rehabilitation, sir? Nanda Kumar साहब, we are talking about, आपने बोला 10 by 10 में 3 family रह रहा है, and when you talk about pure relief and rehabilitation, आपको JNPT को actually had to employ many of these people. First employment has to come from the very fishermen that they have already displaced, the fishing villages they have displaced. किसी को कुछ employment दिया है क्या आपके पूरे इस village में जो हनुमान कोलीवाड़ा में?
Yes, sir. Sir, very vital question you raised. Actually, we are the fishermen who mostly impacted, badly impacted, directly impacted because of the JNPT project. Project which is set up in the mouth, which reclaim 520 hectares of area, rich fishing area. And upstream and downstream, there are about 200 square kilometers of rich fishing area has been contaminated because of the deposition of sediments on the spawning breeding area, even on the marine fish food, which fish used to eat. All area has been contaminated, and there are various other projects also have come up in the same region. There is the MTHL project, there is the Amra coastal road is again proposed in that area. So all the deposition of sediments has spoiled everything, and we should be given first preference in the employment. Very unfortunate that we are not being tagged as the PAP. We are not considered as the project affected. Only farmers who have lost their farmland, they have been compensated, they have been given employment, given businesses, and given 12.5% of developed plot. And we are left with nothing. We are like unwanted alien in our own motherland. We are losing our fishing area, traditional fishing area, a source of livelihood continuously. Our villages are being drowned because of the development is happening in the region.
And these are the oldest residents of this area.
Yes.
The oldest residents, the Kolis, the entire city, the city of Mumbai is named after a Koli goddess. Mumba Devi is a Koli goddess. And what are we doing? I mean, I don't understand. Sir, have you had meetings with the Chief Minister, with the Deputy Chief Minister, with all the people who say that they are so concerned about fisher folk? Have you had a meeting with them?
No, never. They only talk in public domain how much they are concerned about the local community, how they are concerned about the mangrove and all. But that remains only on the paper. That is limited to only public domain, public meeting and various public conferences and platforms, not on the ground. We are never asked by anyone, we are never inquired by anyone what is the your issues actually.
And the ironical thing is, Pradeep ji, Nandakumar ji, please correct me if I am wrong, sir. I have heard that very shortly after having wreaked havoc in that area, after having destroyed the entire Uran area, now JNPT is going to be shifted. Isn't that correct?
No, if you see the track record of JNPT, which they initially established at the Bombay Port Trust, the entire area has been silted because of the JNPT operations, and they can't no longer able to operate from that area, no longer feasible or viable to operate. And then they shifted to the Navi Mumbai Nhava Sheva port.
Yes.
Again, here condition also same because of sediment deposition. The port has almost lost because cost of operation will be much higher. Because every time they have to go for deepening, widening the channel to make that navigational height or depth of the water, it costs them huge actually. And their third target supposed to be the Vadwan port, and both the ports come under the Major Port Act, where the state doesn't have much access, much role to play in that. Everything decided by the center, we don't have any access. That is the main issue actually.
In any event, as far as the main channel of the JNPT port is concerned, I believe it requires dredging of an order where the costs are prohibitive. They are not able to pay. Is that correct?
Correct, absolutely correct. And very unfortunate that fishing area, we have legitimate right on it. As
Yes.
per Maharashtra Land Revenue Act 1966 under Article 20, the fishing area where fishing community, local fishing community has exclusive right, being right to livelihood and right to live. And in every CRZ clearance, every environment clearance, there's a specific condition that no project should hamper the livelihood of the local fishing community. Ensure that no mangrove should be destroyed, no water body with aquatic life present should be reclaimed for any project. What is happening on the ground?
So what do
The
the
current
courts have to say about this? ये कोर्ट क्या कहते हैं सर इसके बारे में वो जरा बताएं नंद कुमार पवार साहब जो अभी आपने
the
बात
court,
कही.
the court obviously we are very disappointed by the verdict came in from the NGT in March 2023 that JNPT reclaimed 110 hectares. The reclamation still continues. Our contest, our prayer is that the area under reclamation is CRZ 1A area, biological active mud flat, not supposed to be reclaimed for any project. But the court, what they have admitted, the JNPT, they have filed affidavit with the NGT saying that small portion out of 110 hectares just touching the CRZ 1 area, okay, and not entire property CRZ 1A. So after exclusion of that particular small patch out of the project activity, now it is not right to say the project is in CRZ 1A area, is in CRZ 4. I have photographs to show you the status of the land. It's completely biological active mud flat. You can see very clearly there is no water on it. The CRZ 4 essentially water area, 12 nautical miles from low tide line, 12 nautical mile into the sea, into the water body is considered to be CRZ 4. And the land in question is CRZ 1A. It's a mud flat. You can see many birds are feeding on the mud flat. There are fishermen catching fish like eel, lobsters, and mud crab and all. Still, court denies that. It's very conveniently the decision has been given in the favor of project proponent JNPT by the NGT. We are very disappointed.
Now you're saying dredging is a problem. The waste, they're saying 50,000 tons of plastic waste in cities, mangroves, 20 tons of plastics in the sea, 1 lakh cubic meters of dredging waste. Not only are we creating problems for our fishermen, they have been displaced, but the whole area is being polluted. The amount of area that you said, right from the mouth of the creek till further down, it is turning into a huge amount of area that has been utilized, wasted, ecologically fragile, and totally devastated ecologically. So we are lost on both accounts, where the fishermen don't have jobs, they don't have houses to stay on, nothing is in order. At the same time, the entire thing has been a exercise in waste. Paul sir.
Exactly, this is the situation on the ground actually. The Thane Creek, which is supposed to be the main creek in a city like Mumbai, and not only fishermen will impact because of deterioration of the Thane Creek, but all the citizens in Mumbai will have some or other impact on their lives. See the pollution level, see the amount of trash, the hazardous material being drained continuously into Thane Creek. We monitor last 2 months the amount of non-biodegradable trash which go into the Thane Creek directly, and authority is not serious about it. The mangrove cell, supposed to be the guardian of that creek, who announced that Thane Creek Flamingo Sanctuary, have not bothered to check the water quality of Thane Creek. They don't have any water sample tested so far.
So
We have
Nandkumar Pawar
tested.
sahab, what happens now? What happens now, sir? It has been
Situation-
39 years.
Yeah.
What do we do now?
We try to knock the door of the court, do justice, or we will commit suicide or shoot us like Jallianwala Bagh. We have no option left.
I don't think that's the right approach, sir. I wouldn't advise you.
Sir, this
Even to
is
think
this is
about
wrong matter, sir. 38 years. How long to wait?
At that time, for 38 years, we were not with you. We are with you now. So
Yes.
maybe now, all together, we can make a change.
Sir, I would like to request you people to please visit our village
We
and
will,
just
sir.
have a look at the
Yes.
situation on the ground.
Yes, sir. Let this result come out on the 3rd of December. After that, next week, whenever
Yes, sir.
you say, we shall be there. It will be a real
sir.
honor to visit this village to find out exactly what the situation is on the
Yes,
ground.
yes, yes.
Nandakumar Pawar Sahab, really proud of the work you're doing. Very, very, very proud of you. Keep up the good work and drive all thoughts of suicide from your mind. Please don't even think about it. We are all with you. Please don't. Please don't. You will
Thank you,
win.
sir.
सर ये भारत देश है. भारत देश में बहुत देर लग जाती है कभी कभी, लेकिन आखिर में इंसाफ होता है. ऐसी बात नहीं है सर. थैंक यू सो मच सर. नमस्कार.
Thank you.
वंदे
नमस्कार,
मातरम. वंदे मातरम.
Vande Mataram.
So that is pathetic, Pradeep ji. Almost 40 years. 40 बरस से एक इफेक्टिवली ट्रांजिट कैंप के अंदर घुसा रखा है लोगों को.
मतलब एक 10 by 10 में 3 फैमिलीज रह रहे एंड नो
प्रदीप
जॉब्स
जी,
नो
प्रदीप जी,
रिहैबिलिटेशन.
एक हेक्टेयर में
297 families.
200 and what? 70 to 71?
97, sorry, he said so 297.
297 families, almost 300 families, and they must have grown by now.
Yeah, बिल्कुल sir.
Oh God, this is awful. This is really and truly awful. Right, that's just about it. आज के शो में सिर्फ इतना ही. प्रदीप जी और मेरी तरफ से आप सब लोगों को रिक्वेस्ट है, आप सब्सक्राइब करें चैनल को, लाइक करें अगर आपको चैनल पसंद हो, शेयर करें चैनल को अगर आपका दिल करे, सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें. वो सब्सक्राइब बटन है ना, उसके ऊपर जरा क्लिक कीजिए एंड यू विल गेट द लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स इफ यू क्लिक ऑन द बेल आइकन. वो जो घंटी बनी हुई है वहाँ पे, उसके ऊपर जरा क्लिक करें एंड डू सेंड योर कमेंट्स. अपने कमेंट जरूर भेजें, अपने रिस्पॉन्स जरूर भेजें. वी वुड लव टू रीड दम आउट राइट हियर ऑन नेशन नाउ. नेशन नाउ की पूरी टीम की तरफ से आप सब लोगों को नमस्कार. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी. वंदे मातरम.
Vande Mataram.